project command to extract existing 2D or 3D data to create reference geometry in your sketches. The project command is a tool that projects the body silhouette or sketch geometries onto the active sketch plane from existing geometry, and can only be updated when the reference geometry is updated. This is useful when you want to create equal geometry across separate sketches, but only want to edit one sketch to have the changes propagate across. In this example, you can see two components in the assembly, and the 4 bolt holes on the large end cap need to be projected onto the sketch of the small end cap. The idea being that if you ever need to change the bolt diameter or locations, you won't need to individually edit the values for each hole on separate sketches or components, thereby improving your workflow and reducing the risk of downstream errors. Go ahead and edit the sketch on the small end cap to begin. On the toolbar, in the Create menu, expand the Project Include menu, then select Project. Fusion 360 is asking to either select individual geometry or an entire body. Individual geometry includes lines, points, or arcs, for example, whereas an entire body will project a silhouette of the selected bodies. Leave this as specified entities for now, then hover over the underlying holes on the large end cap body until you see a red outline. Fusion 360 is previewing the projected sketch, and to select it, just left click with your mouse. You can continue adding geometry to the project command, so repeat this for the other 3 holes. You will now see in the dialog that we have 4 items selected, and those items are shaded blue on the canvas. If you ever add geometry by mistake, you can always left click on it to remove it from the selection. Make sure the projection link is checked, as this confirms you want to create projected geometry that will maintain an associative relationship between the projected geometry and the active sketch. If unchecked, then basic sketch geometry without a reference will be created. Go ahead and hide the dimensions and constraints using the sketch palette, as well as hiding the large end cap component. You can now see the purple geometry on the small end cap sketch, which confirms it is projected. If you now click on one of the circles, take note of its dimension in the lower right hand corner of the canvas. To edit projected geometry, you need to edit the reference geometry. Go ahead and edit sketch 4 in the large end cap to bring up the reference geometry. Here you can see the 4 holes, with just one dimension placed and the remainder with an equal constraint. Double click on the dimension to edit it, put in a value, press enter, then exit the sketch. Go back into the small end cap sketch and edit it, and you will see the size of the holes have updated, even though the value was updated on a separate sketch on a separate component. One final feature is the ability to break these projected links in the event you do not need to maintain that associativity between the projected sketch and its reference. To do this, right-click on any projected sketch geometry, then select Break Link. Now you have an unconstrained sketch which you can edit to suit, although note, this operation cannot be reversed.